Eating is important, of course, at any age, but it becomes even more so as we reach midlife and beyond. Well, not only do the right foods help to keep our bodies healthy, they are also the foundation for creating a positive outlook and boosting energy levels.
And for older adults with a long-term illness, good nutrition takes on even more importance, with studies finding the right foods can help ward off disease, sharpen our minds, and even help us live longer. And joining us now is Weekend Sunrise nutritionist Sarah Di Lorenzo. Sarah, morning to you.
Good morning.
You're always full of great information on how to use food to basically make us healthier and prolong our lives.
Yes.
What have you got here? Let's start with some key nutrients, I guess, that people might be leaving out of their diets already.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what our elderly are missing out on. So it's including foods that are rich in omega-3, which is important for heart health, and that's things like the avocado, the fish and the nuts. B vitamins, important for the neurological system as well as from energy, things like eggs and the chicken. Potassium for lowering blood pressure, that's banana and dates, as well as looking at the fibre that's a really important component for healthy ageing that our elderly aren't getting enough of, and that's things like with the legumes, the oats, as well as the rice. But calcium, really important for bone, and that's things like the dairy I've got there, as well as the chia seeds, and lowering cholesterol, the healthy fats.
Okay, so what's a good rule of thumb when you're putting together a balanced meal?
Okay, definitely just to look at that wonderful rainbow of getting lots of vegetables into the diet, looking for fruit that can be softer and easier to chew for people who have dentures or issues swallowing, making sure there's protein. Protein's a really important component because we lose muscle as we age, getting a good quality complex carbohydrate, but looking at things like soups, stews, stewing, and as well as smoothies, because they're a great way to make a meal nutrient dense for the older people.
Coffee as well. Really interesting. Always new studies around coffee, but it's showing this one that it can slow the rate of cognitive decline.
Absolutely. This is a fascinating study, and I love this study because there is no cure for dementia, and it is debilitating for families and loved ones. So the study actually indicated that you can get an 8% lower decline of cognitive decline with doubling your coffee from 1 to 2 a day, and 5% decrease in the amyloid accumulation. That's the plaque build-up on the brain over an 18-month period. It didn't matter if it was decaf whatsoever, and and it didn't matter how you had it. So it's not about the stimulant element, but again, all these studies are so important for healthy aging.
And it's a fun thing, coffee as well.
I love coffee.
Normally you prescribe me a legume or something, but coffee I can get behind.
You can enjoy. Yes. But it's all yum. What are some other key foods we should include?
Really important for dementia, okay? Things like leafy greens. They're great for the neurological system, to sort of help prevent the damage to the brain. Blueberries, nuts for anti-inflammatories. Spices, specifically things like cinnamon, are really good for, actually studies show, for reducing that plaque build-up on the brain. And people who enjoy cruciferous vegetables have a lower incidence of cognitive decline.
Okay,
so diet plays a huge role.
Okay, so now it's time for us to taste test. You've got a recipe for us.
Okay, so because I think chia truly does deserve the title of a superfood, I've done a tiramisu-ish kind of twist on a chia. I've done a chia breakfast with coconut. So this is something great.
Are you taking liberties with tiramisu?
I'm not going to lie, maybe I am. Yes, maybe I am.
So this is chia seeds, but for brekkie?
Yes, for brekkie, with some coffee through it. So it's a great way of bringing everything together that I've showcased with coconut and just that little bit of dark chocolate. But again, it's very palatable for people who are older.
That's obscene.
Yeah,
that's in the tiramisu family.
It deserves it. I think
You've nailed that.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It's nice,
and we're allowed to eat this.
You're allowed to. That's so good. And as I said, the texture.
For your brain.
The texture's great. And another recipe I've done, because
I'll hold that for you if you like.
This recipe here that I absolutely love is a way we can bring more spinach and we can bring more blueberries into the diet, because they really are star foods. And I have made a blueberry and spinach salad, so that's there.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I know, it's good, isn't it? But as you can see with the texture of that, someone who's got dentures or issues swallowing,
easy.
I mean, but it's easy to swallow.
You can give a baby that.
Calcium in there.
Be careful, you lost me at dentures, but otherwise it's absolutely
We're
outstanding.
supporting our elderly.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
As always. Wow, what a woman.